everyone out there. It's time for Off the Ledge. This is Annette Dion. I am your spiritual helper. And we are gathered today to talk about what's possible. Thank you for joining me. If these videos are helpful, please consider sharing. Let's begin with a read of Ernest Holmes. And I just want to make sure I have my cards that I like. Yes, we'll read some cards too. So it's I have to keep checking. It's the 19th. Yes, it's Wednesday. And we do meet for the Psychic News Network tonight. So please join us. We're a family and it's kind of a party. So from Ernest Holmes. The divine presence within me is my authority. So you can repeat that to yourself and you can use me. The divine presence within me is my authority. So with the threat of authoritarianism over our heads, the divine presence within me is my authority is a really important stand to take. And Ernest Holmes takes a line from the book of Isaiah in the Bible. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. The divine presence within each of us is both the center and circumference of our real being. It is the infinite presence that inhabits eternity and finds a dwelling place in our own consciousness. We recognize it as the only authority there is. We know we are one with it and in it, for there is no separation from it. Our own consciousness is the very depth and height of its being and is one with all that it is. There is an infinite self-knowingness, which we call the Spirit. It is ruled by law and impelled by love. Each of us is an individual center in it, without being an individual separate from it. We are rooted in the one, which produces limitless variety. Therefore, God is uniquely individual and uniquely personal to each one of us. We are not one in God or one with God, but we are one of God. Although the identity is the same in essence, it is not the same in degree. If there were a sameness in degree, we would have already exhausted the possibility of the infinite, and having done so, our continual existence would be a cosmic tragedy, because there would be no place to go and nothing to see. Everything would have been used up. Let us keep our thoughts turned to the divine presence within us and within one another, deeply desiring that we become more aware of the love we have for one another in the world. May our consciousness be open to a deeper understanding of life. That's a resounding message that I keep on hearing in my soul. And remember the other day, on Valentine's Day, when I read to you the Louise Hay, the page from her book, Deep in the Center of My Being, there is an infinite well of love. And while I was reading, I felt this message come in, that we have to believe in the love in each other. We have to start considering, like namaste means the divine in me, salutes the divine in you. The love in me salutes the love in you. And what we acknowledge as being present increases in intensity. I want to ask everybody if we can collectively do a mental exercise, and let's just do it now briefly, where we actually are visualizing the outcome in America that we wish to see, without reservation, without hesitation, without cynicism, without sarcasm, and without any kind of thought, oh, well, we never get what we want. Okay, so we're just going to engage in just really imagining what we want to see in America. And I'm going to kind of guide you through it. So just close your eyes. Think about the criminality that created the worst imaginable person to be occupying the White House, and you can make that plural, persons, the criminality being completely exposed and revealed, and action being taken to remove them from any semblance of power and to put them where they belong, in prison, out of our ruling, governing segment of society. Imagine it without cynicism. Just imagine it. This is our freedom. We're free to imagine and create what we want in our minds first. And now, in your mind, Kamala Harris is inaugurated and is our President of the United States because the wrongs have been righted. The wrongs have been revealed, and the true winner of the election, the person who's meant to be in that position for the highest good of all, is now occupying the White House, and Tim Walz, her vice president. And relax your focus. You can open your eyes. Ask yourself, because it's human nature to do this, ask yourself why, in the face of the most horrific circumstances even imaginable that we can't even believe the United States is in right now, why we're not taking the time to consciously create, and you're not alone in this, we all do it, why we're not taking time when we see what we don't want to mentally create. Ernest Holmes talked extensively about the mental equivalent. Why would we not be creating in our minds the mental equivalent of what we want and feel the feeling of these wrongs being directed to being right? So even if there's something personal in our lives that we want, and we tend to dwell on all the, we go into great detail about how bad it is, then we go into great detail about how bad it's going to be, and then you have to laugh at yourself. I mean, a little comedic relief is a good thing. Why am I doing that? Why am I spending all this time just going over and over and over and over how worried I am and how bad it's going to be? And I mean, because all thought is creative, and I'm here to remind us of that. I say us because it's me too. Okay, let's pull some cards. Please join us tonight for, I almost said Church of Spirituality because I'm kind of in my Church of Spirituality mode, but definitely watch Church of Spirituality. And tonight we have the Psychic News Network, where we go over the news and we lift each other up. Okay, so 3 cards from the Osho deck. I really love this deck to receive guidance for us collectively. I hope you're having a good day so far. And I hope that you are wise enough to remove yourself from any news stories that are extremely upsetting. That is by design. They're attempting to make you feel powerless. Don't forget that. When you feel the punch to your gut, they have succeeded. Do not succumb. Do not submit. Do not read the horror stories, because then that's where our thoughts will go. And we'll create more horror without even knowing we're doing it. So 3 cards for today. So remember, it's love that will save us. Contrary to what people might think, oh love, oh love, oh love, it's weak. No. That's a lie. Love is the strongest force in the entire universe. Don't let him fool you into thinking that that's not the truth. Okay, 3 cards to guide us today. When we go into our playfulness, that reminds me that the guidance I've been receiving is plan for a future that's great, personally. We're heading into spring. I know it's hard to believe it's still in the teens here. We're heading into spring, eventually. It's going to be the time that the trees get their leaves, and tulips start growing, and the daffodils and the crocuses. Think about the plans that you want to make for a beautiful future. A beautiful, near future. And be playful, because contrary to common belief, Being playful means lifting your vibration, which is helpful to the collective. It's actually healing to the collective. The only misery that we have, but we can turn this around, is clinging to the past. How bad it's been, how bad it's been, how bad it's been. This orange monster came in to show us that we need to beef up our Constitution and we need to reclaim our power. So we're experiencing what we need to experience in order to just put our collective foot down and say, we are not standing for this. And we have to be continually engaged in that. Go beyond the illusion that he's going to continue, and all his minions and all the evil demons that surround him. Go beyond the illusion that that wins in the end. It does not. It does not win. Only love wins. Right? Where's my sign? It's in here somewhere. So, we're going to kind of wind down with a few deep breaths. And we'll do an affirmation to take you into the rest of the day. And thank you for joining me. And please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. Please help me to get past the algorithm blocking on YouTube. Okay. Deep breath in. Hold it. Longer breath out. Deep breath in. Hold it. And a longer breath out. Deep breath in. And hold it. And a longer breath out. And let's do this affirmation today. I redirect my thinking to what I want to see become manifest. And I am contributing to the manifestation of a beautiful, loving healing for the United States of America. I get excited when I think about it. I know that's a long one. So we'll do another one too. I feel the love increasing inside of me, connecting to the love inside of everyone else, and it creates a huge healing. And I feel it. I feel people coming together as one. And our democracy comes back stronger. See it, feel it, know it. And so it is. Thank you. It means a lot that you join me for these videos every day. And we'll see you tonight. To book a session, psychicannetdion.com. There is a special offer. And to order a Kamala 1 mug, I'm getting great reviews about these mugs. That's also on the website, psychicannetdion.com. Before I go, be sure and check out the video I did with Kathy Beale yesterday. We did a show. A lot of good information there that will lift you up. All right, namaste. Have a good day. Bye.